I just think, and you know way better than me,
Yeah.
but like, it just feels like people are jealous of this new little wave of.
They are, but I just hate that because, like, this is what we've always wanted as a league. So, like, who cares who gets the credit? And if you're smart, you're making money off of them.
Yeah.
Like, you are literally making money from the viewership.
And why bully the person who is like not 100% responsible, but like has a huge role in growing your sport?
Dude, and it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What?
The silence was overwhelming. The bullying kept happening, and nobody in the WNBA was willing to call it what it really was, targeted harassment. That changed when Sophie Cunningham finally spoke up and said what fans have been thinking all along: enough is enough. If you stand with Sophie, drop a comment saying, "Protect Caitlin Clark."
No, there's really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. Like, we have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league,
Yeah.
or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're literally dumb as.
The outrage is louder than ever. What used to be whispered in group chats and online comments is now being called out publicly by someone within the league. Sophie Cunningham isn't just aware of what Caitlin Clark is going through, she's experienced it too. And she's done staying silent while the league's brightest star is mistreated, disrespected, and targeted by both opponents and referees who should be supporting her, not tearing her down.
One of the biggest stars the WNBA's ever
Who's that?
had. Her name rhymes with Schmaitland.
Hurtland?
Yeah. What has that been like, seeing her not only kind of transform a league, but also just be like,
No,
is that fair to say? Okay.
not even just the league, but like
The
women's
sport.
basketball as a whole around the
Yeah.
world. No, I think it's awesome. I think it's so funny because she's like 22, 23 years old and the whole world is watching her.
Then came a moment WNBA fans will remember. Sophie Cunningham didn't just speak in general terms, she took a real stand. She went beyond what any active player has done, calling out the very system that's been cashing in on Caitlin Clark's rise while failing to defend her. And it was Sophie who stepped up and exposed it all.
You have seen players in our league try to like toughen up Caitlin. We call her CC. For even when I wasn't on her team, like I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're gonna prove her, we're gonna show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And like, I get it to a certain extent. And like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're gonna treat them. But
Right.
there's just more for her.
What Sophie exposed is disturbing. Even having a tough, experienced teammate might not be enough to protect Caitlin Clark from what's really happening. Cunningham made it clear, this isn't just rookie bumps or a "welcome to the league" phase. It's ongoing, intentional, and harmful. She knows because she lived it. Back when she played for the Phoenix Mercury, she was in the meetings, the huddles, and part of the strategy. And yes, those strategies included targeting Clark to send a message. These weren't accidental fouls. They were planned.
So it's her second year. And like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like, actually it's just too much. And
Yeah.
like, it's just, I'm over. And if I'm saying it's too much,
But what Sophie's seeing now is even more alarming. As she put it, every rookie faces challenges, but this goes way beyond that. Now that she's teammates with Caitlin, she's witnessing the hostility from a different perspective. What are people doing? She asked. It's just too much. And she's absolutely right, it is.
No player ever has gotten this type of treatment coming into the league. LeBron will probably be the closest person that got this type of treatment. And that's only because he big as fuck and he used to come to the lane, and the only way you could stop him is to pull him down. But even when they used to pull his ass down, they did not try to hurt him. A lot of times they would just grab LeBron and not just stop him from falling. It wasn't malicious with this shit. And it's so sad that y'all just turning a blind eye. Y'all just like, oh, it's not bullying. She's not getting targeted. She deserves it because she talks trash. Oh my God.
The stats speak for themselves. Caitlin Clark has taken more physical hits than anyone else in the league. In just her rookie season, she's been the target of 20% of all flagrant fouls, that's 1 in 5. She's already missed games due to 3 different injuries, 2 groin issues and a quad strain. That's not bad luck. That's a pattern.
Sports anchors, they're all haters too. That's crazy. They're definitely not analysts. They don't know shit about basketball. Rick? What the fuck are you talking about? I've never seen so much hate on a new athlete since I've been living. Since my 43 years of living, I've never seen so much hate towards an athlete. He says, oh, she's not getting bullied. This is normal physicality. If you're gonna be talking shit, putting it in my face and saying, yeah, what up, then you gonna have that shit coming for you. Somebody gonna bust you in the mouth for knocking a shot down and talking shit about.
What's even more troubling is how these hits have escalated, just like Sophie Cunningham warned. From Kennedy Carter's cheap shot that was somehow ruled a common foul, to Alyssa Thomas's shoulder slam that didn't get flagged, to Marina Mabrey's shove that sent Clark to the floor, the message from the refs is clear, they're not calling it. Cunningham isn't guessing here. She's been in the league for 6 years. She's played against Clark, and now she's playing alongside her. She knows the difference between tough play and dirty play.
Look, what we all been witnessing right before our eyes about our precious CC, my precious CC, Caitlin Clark. For the ones who didn't know. So basically, she was saying that when they was preparing, when she was on the other team before she came to the Indiana Fever, we talking about Sophie Cunningham. She was basically saying that the Phoenix Mercury players were basically game planning and saying that they was going to assault her.
Then came the moment that made Sophie Cunningham a legend on her podcast, Show Me Something. She didn't hold back, she exposed the entire anti-Clark narrative. It literally pisses me off when people say she's not the face of the league, she said bluntly. And it wasn't just talk. Sophie backed it up on the court with a hard foul on JC Sheldon that triggered a full-on scuffle. It wasn't just payback, it was a clear message to the entire league, if you come for Caitlin, you answer to me.
The first half, the refs didn't call. Someone should have been thrown out, and the refs did not call her.
Correct. I remember that.
They didn't. And so I was like, all right.
She got full body chested.
Dude, by 3 people.
Yeah.
Like 2 people, they're like, oh, it's fine. I'm like, if that was anyone else, I would have been booted out of the game. I know that for sure. I'm a little sassy, but like, so are they.
Your leash is shorter though, because they know.
Literally. I don't even have a leash. I just have a freaking collar and a hand on it. Anyway, so there was like 45 seconds left. The girl stole the ball and I was running back and I was like, we're up. I don't need a foul. And I was like, just let her go. And I was like, all right, like, who cares? Last second, intrusive thoughts. I was like, fuck.
And fans went wild. In just 2 days, Sophie's TikTok shot up by 600,000 followers. Her jersey, completely sold out. She didn't just win support, she sparked a movement. People weren't just cheering, they were calling her exactly what the league needed, the enforcer. And they proved it by snatching up every piece of Cunningham merch until stores had nothing left.
I went from, I think, like...
Oh, followers, yeah.
350,000 and like maybe 200,000 on TikTok.
You had 200,000 on TikTok a month ago?
No.
Before the fight.
Before the fight. And then I had like 350 on 100,000 on Instagram. Over the night, or over like a day and a half, over 1 million on both. Insane. This is coming from me though, dude. I got tired of seeing myself.
I get it.
And I love myself.
Oh, I get it.
I love myself. I was over it.
Sophie Cunningham didn't just call out players, she went straight at the refs too. She's fed up with their failure to do the bare minimum, protect Caitlin Clark. Her most iconic shot. A TikTok. Of course, the league didn't take the criticism well. Their response. A $500 fine. Sophie's reaction. Absolutely legendary. I got fined $500 for this TikTok. I don't know why. This is funny to me, she said with a sarcastic grin. Like, okay, you got it, bud, because there's definitely nothing more important to worry about in our league right now. That was a full-on mic drop.
I'm not saying that your job is easy, but when it is a simple call right in front of your face multiple times, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What call are you like bugged out?
All of them.
Everything?
Like, it's just like they're just so inconsistent. Like, that's my thing. Like, if you're on the other team and you're going to be finding the shit out of me,
yeah,
cool. But let me do it to you.
Didn't let you, yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
want
Like,
consistency then.
yeah, like just give. And I think that's players across the league and like new fans across the country. Like everyone's like, what is going on with the refs? And I'm like, I don't know. And you finding me $500 is not going to do shit.
It's no longer just Caitlin Clark taking hits with no calls, now Sophie Cunningham is catching the same treatment. Against the Connecticut Sun, she took an elbow to the face. No whistle. In a scramble with the Sparks, she got grabbed by the neck. Still, no whistle. What once happened only to Clark is now targeting anyone who stands with her. The trend is spreading fast, and Sophie's stepping into it head-on, but she's also not staying quiet. While most players avoid the real issue, jealousy, Sophie's calling it out. And there's proof. In the 2025 All-Star fan voting, Clark dominated, leading everyone. But among player votes, she barely made the top 10 for guards. Dick Vitale called it what it was, jealousy. Sophie agrees that it doesn't stop there. Some players threw subtle jabs in interviews. Others looked happy when Clark got injured. But they're missing the big picture. As Sophie points out, Clark's success helps everyone: bigger paychecks, charter flights, record ratings, sold-out games. That's the Caitlin Clark effect.
One of the biggest epidemics in the history of sports right now is going on with the WNBA and their referees. They suck. All right, their referee situation blows. The officiating, they can't get the calls right. When they do go over to look at something, it takes them forever, and then they still get it wrong. And they also will not come down on these players for trying to take out the league's greatest asset. The league's greatest golden goose that is going to eventually make all these players and the commissioner and all these people all this money. They won't officiate.
Here's where it gets serious. Sophie's raising the red flag after witnessing it herself. Caitlin Clark is missing major parts of her second WNBA season, and nobody's talking about why. She's already missed 14 games with 3 different soft tissue injuries, a quad strain, plus groin strains on both sides. She even had to sit out the Commissioner's Cup final and the All-Star game in her own hometown. This is the same player who never missed a single game in 4 years at Iowa and played her entire rookie WNBA season without a break. Now, suddenly, she's sidelined during the league's biggest moments. This isn't just bad luck, it's the result of non-stop, unchecked physical targeting.
You got tossed.
And it was 2-on-1. Yeah, I got tossed.
Did she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we're good. But so in a situation like that, does Caitlin come up to you after and say like, because the internet whole thing was, look at fucking Sophie sticking up for Caitlin, like this is dope.
But I was.
No, I know you were.
But in the locker room, I think she was like, finally,
Yeah.
you know, like finally someone else. I was like, dude, I got you. Like it's, but I think that kind of had our team come together as a whole. And it's like,
Dude,
no, we gotta have
yes.
like, it was
That's
a,
awesome.
yeah, no, it really was though. Like, I feel like everyone was like, you know, like we do have to protect each other.
It's not just outsiders noticing. Caitlin's brother, Colin Clark, briefly called out the refs online for causing her injury. He deleted the post, but the message was clear: even her family knows what's going on. Sophie doesn't need social media to confirm it. She's on the court, seeing Clark get hammered while the refs do nothing. The league's silence is impossible to ignore. But Sophie isn't backing down. She's speaking up when no one else will.
A good handful that I was like, all right, dude. And there's a couple girls in there
Dumb
too.
question. Like, if someone were to like say someone called men's basketball their whole life and then went over to women's, would they be expected to call the game differently? Just given like the style and like physicality and stuff like that?
But Sophie Cunningham isn't just speaking out, she's taking real action. On the court, she's become Clark's protector, taking the fouls, dishing out contact, and drawing the fire. She's now among the most fouled players in the league, right alongside Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. Instead of backing off, she's stepping up, making it clear that if anyone wants to go after Clark, they'll have to get through her first, and fans love it. Sophie's following has skyrocketed to over 1 million across TikTok and Instagram. She's landed major deals with Adidas, Ring, and Arby's. She's even launched her own podcast, Show Me Something, under Colin Cowherd's network, The Volume. Her stand for Clark has turned into a powerful personal brand.
Thing that I have the biggest issue about the female sides of refs is like they're so emotional. Like the guys, no, the NBA officials, like the NBA players mother those officials like no other.
Yeah.
Like I've worked broadcasts, I've been to games, I'm friends with these people. They motherfuck them.
Yeah.
And the only person that I've ever seen able to like motherfuck a ref on the women's side is Diana Taurasi.
And they like take it.
Yeah, they had to.
Yeah, they have
and
to.
like, but when she's probably one of the worst people that I've seen go after refs, and I loved every second of it.
While most WNBA players keep their frustrations behind the scenes, Sophie Cunningham put hers front and center. Her viral TikTok calling out the refs has racked up over 1.3 million views. After one bold play defending Caitlin Clark, her jersey sales skyrocketed. She's gone from role player to fan favorite almost overnight, but this isn't just about going viral, it's about speaking up for the millions of fans who've watched Clark take hit after hit and wondered why no one's stepping in. Now someone is, and it's making a difference. What sets Sophie apart is that she sees the bigger picture. The league can't keep cashing in on Clark's fame while letting her get beat up on the court. You don't destroy the very thing bringing in attention, money, and fans. You protect it. Sophie knows that if the WNBA doesn't step up, it risks losing its biggest shot at breaking into the mainstream. This isn't just a problem, it's a turning point.
Now, like the refs, and I'm not saying they're emotional, like the men and women, it doesn't matter the gender.
Yeah.
On our side, they are too emotionally invested and they can't take it. And I'm like,
Is it new to the WNBA that you guys are like maybe talking more shit back to refs, or has that been a thing forever?
oh, it's always been a thing.
Caitlin Clark's value is off the charts. Her rookie trading card just sold for $660,000, more than 8 times her current salary. That's not hype, that's history. And every uncalled foul, every cheap shot, every silent ref is like playing with fire near the league's future. Sophie gets it. She's putting her body on the line to protect that future. A $500 fine. That's nothing compared to the marketing power she now holds. The viral foul she took defending Clark didn't just grab headlines, it made her a star. Sophie's shown that standing up with courage and a little common sense can change everything.
Let's take a look at this photo right here. If this doesn't tell you that Caitlin Clark, everywhere she goes, moves the needle, ESPN and all these talking heads are idiots. She did not even play in this game. This game was actually the Barbie game for Angel Reese. But look at the amount of people that came to this game just to see Caitlin Clark sit on the bench.
Sophie Cunningham just did what WNBA leadership should have done a long time ago. She made a choice. A choice between jealousy and progress, between allowing dirty play or backing a once-in-a-generation star. She's not just standing up for Caitlin Clark, she's drawing a line for the entire league. Now, the pressure's on the WNBA. Will they step up and protect their biggest star, or keep turning a blind eye while she gets worn down? The signs are clear. Clark's injuries keep piling up, the hits haven't stopped, and the officials are still missing the calls. But now, someone's finally demanding accountability. As the league's credibility fades, Sophie's voice is getting louder. If the WNBA doesn't act soon, they won't just lose one player, they'll lose the future. Sophie sees what's coming and she's not backing down. While others stayed silent, she stood up. If you're with her, comment, protect Caitlin Clark.